I don't care about it. I don't care about it. In that case, who is the perpetrator of that violence? Who?
Are you blaming the governor for the violence that...
It is not about blaming. Governor is the architect of the violence.
But you have been blamed. Your accusing fingers have been pointed at you.
No.
There are those... I mean, if you heard some of the social media videos that came up, and those who are saying, no Wike, no rivers, and those who are destroying the properties. And well, there are people, there are faces, and these are those who are called the pro-Wike supporters in Rivers State.
So...
that have been pointed out and to have caused that mayhem yesterday.
You saw them causing the mayhem?
Destroying the properties,
what I'm saying, you saw them causing mayhem.
Yeah, they're caught on tape.
They're caught on tape.
I mean, you will see some of them. You see some of those, their faces, where they are smashing tables.
No. The point is, those faces you saw smashing are those who are my supporters.
Those who were chanting were the ones who would say, no Wike, no rivers.
How will I go to my business? You saw me, I was in Abuja. I never went to anywhere.
But if your supporters have been linked to an event like that, what would you say to them?
If I know my supporters, I will condemn it. I'm not
Are you able to condemn what happened yesterday? Because some of those who were said to have matched those venues were those who were said to be your supporters who were saying no Wike, no rivers.
See, let's not change the narrative. What was said is this. Yeah, Governor said people do not want to obey the rule of law, obey all law and order. What is law and order? What are people saying? Obey court judgment. Listen, so that we don't change the narrative. Obey court judgment. All of you presented yourself to the court. All of you brought your legal representation, your lawyers, senior advocates of Nigeria. And the matter was argued. And the court came up with judgment that by my own view, by my own opinion, I think this is what is supposed to be done. And therefore, I hereby say, you should do this, you should do that. Fine. That's called judgment. We want order. You heard the president say, the judiciary can settle all political disputes. And those who want to call, what did they do? For judiciary to settle disputes. And you came out as a governor to say, no, this is a fraudulent judgment, accusing judiciary of being fraudulent. I will not obey this judgment. I will not. I will go ahead and do what I'm trying to do. In that case, who is inviting violence? Who is inviting anarchy? You heard him say, our state is turning to where people do not want to obey law and order. What is law and obeying of law and order? Obey what the court has said. This country is a country where you see people trying to use opportunity because Wike is here. I have a grouse against Wike. I want to settle that grouse. This is the only way I can do it. You forget that it's not about Wike. It's about society. It's about state. It's about our nation. If today a court gives a judgment, not an order, a judgment, and say, look, this is what to be done. You have gone on appeal. You went on appeal, which means you are aware that there was a judgment against this, and you have gone on appeal. You don't want to be patient to follow the due process. Let appeal come up to say this and that and that. He came out of national television and said, I will not obey. It's a fraudulent judgment. I have never seen that in my life, where anybody can come out because judgment is against you or it's not in your favor. You attack an institution to say it's fraudulent. It's not only, look at just what had happened. INEC said, we will comply with the court judgment. What did they do? That the REC, the Resident Electoral Commissioner, who acted on behalf of his office. He should be removed. Why? Because he said, look, we are going to comply with court judgment. Police said, look, we are party to this suit. The court has stopped us. And therefore, we are going to comply with judgment. He said, no, get out. I don't care. You don't need to. DSS was stopped. I said, look, you don't do this. We are not in a lawless society. And I feel so bad today. Nigerians, I hear a lot of people who say, nobody should derail democracy. Let us ask ourselves, who is derailing democracy? Who intends to derail democracy? Is it the man who said law and order, judgment of court should not be respected? Is it the one promoting democracy? All of us today are saying, I have heard former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, I've heard former President of the Goodluck Jonathan saying about the derailment of democracy. Atiku said, oh, I praise Fubara.